Hey all, my name is Shamiko Reed. I am the main blogger for Damn Daddy. And welcome here this evening. I want to talk about my latest post, blind spots. So, blind spots came about because I was cyber stalking my sister. Not really. I just was scrolling through Instagram and I started seeing all her stuff, and she exhibits some bipolar behaviors. Mainly for the sake of staying focused on this blog, when it comes to the father of her children. So some days she loves him, some days she loves him not. Some days he better not talk to me, ask me for nothing. I pay all the bills in his house. Other days he her man crush Monday. And about a week or so ago, she posted something, a picture of a busted phone screen, and was like, my niece said, "Oh, he broke our phone." And then he was her man crush Monday this Monday, and I just was like, bruh, my sister's like abusive relationships, and I was like, that's not a funny thing to say. That would be a bomb poem for me to write, but that's not a funny thing to say when you realize that's real life. That they continue to end up in these relationships with people who are damaging things that belong to them. I already talked about financial abuse when I did October's domestic violence awareness post on daddy issues. It's STD awareness month, and it made me think about, if these young men that they're dealing with, and for her in particular, the father of her children, is out here messing with these other women the way you propel him to be in your social media dialogue, you putting yourself at risk for all types of stuff. And I did a little bit of research, and I found out that women who experience intimate partner violence, or who are in relationships that happen to be violent, are 4 times more likely to contract sexually transmitted infections, including HIV, than women who are not in abusive relationships. Along those same lines, while I was out here being Judgy Judy, in regards to my sisters, there's been a young man that I've been talking to, nothing serious. And I thought for a moment that, he was taken. And it just was like, bruh, like, you could have told me, like, I ain't say anything to you that indicated to you, or in my opinion, that you would be missing out on anything by being honest with me. Like, I wasn't presenting my regal region on a platter for you or anything like that, for you to feel like, dang, I can't tell her the truth, or, I'm going to be missing this meal. And I was kind of hurt by the information I found out, and I realized that I was no different than my sisters returning to these abusers if I was going to be engaging in conversation with somebody who was more than likely taken. And I was just so angry. I was like, if you in a situation, could you be like Badu and catch me next lifetime? Like, don't even play games with me. If you in a situation, do like Badu and catch me next lifetime, because I'm not the one for it. I don't share chocolate. I don't share men, okay? And I have no time for situationships. Posted about that in the past. But I just wanted to bring attention to that, because a lot of times I see a lot of things on social media that I find to be divisive, where women are talking about whether you're Ayesha Curry or whether you're a Cardi B. And to tell you the truth, I don't really follow either one of them to care enough to know which one I'm classified as. But you can get caught up out here no matter whether you're Ayesha Curry or if you're a Cardi B, if you are not protecting yourself. And I'm not even talking sexually. I'm talking mentally, just engaging in conversation with people and not doing your proper research. Like, for me in my situation, I didn't know where it was going. And prime example, I just talked to a relative of mine who's dealing with some relationship issues of their own. And I said, it sounds like to me you're waiting for her to make the choice when this is your life too, and it needs to be a joint decision. Either y'all gonna stay together or y'all not gonna stay together, but it shouldn't be you waiting around for her to decide whether she wants to be with you or not. And then when I found out this information about this young man I had been dealing with, it was just like, I was mad at him for not telling me, but when I should have been mad at myself for not asking, because either you want to know this information or you don't want to know this information. And people are asking me, well, what are y'all? Do y'all talk? Are y'all dating? Is that your boyfriend yet? Like, you still getting to know him? And it's like, I guess I'm still getting to know him. And I realized that I wasn't following the advice that I was given. Like, here I am telling my cousin, it's not that person's decision alone to make a choice on your life. And I should have been seeing my situation the same way. It's not his choice alone whether we're dating, talking, getting to know one another. And if I feel like this person is not keeping me engaged in conversation, then it's my obligation to be honest with him and say, hey, I don't really feel like we're discussing things enough or on a greater level. Or, it's so cliche to say, what are we? And you kind of get scared in this day and age, like with all this Instagram this and Snapchat that. Yo Gotti songs. It's like, I don't want to say what are we and scare him off, when whole time I really just want to know what your intentions are, because I have no problem being cool. We can be homies, but I just need to know that. I need to know what your purpose is for me, and so we can move forward in this friendship, or in this more than friendship, but not a situationship. April is STI Awareness Month, and I suggest that you get yourself more educated as a whole on the statistics around sexually transmitted diseases and infections, especially the rate in which they affect people within the age range of 18 to 24. I'm 25 now, but still, Black women and Latino women are affected at much higher rates with HIV. And something I'm really interested in is how come there's so many statistics on people who are possibly infected but don't know they're infected. Like, if I don't know I'm infected, how would you know I'm infected? Like, where are these guesstimates coming from? I'm not infected. I'm just saying, hypothetically, where those things go along those lines. Yeah, and I know this doesn't necessarily have anything to do with my daddy issues directly or with daddy issues as a whole, but I started off talking about my sister, and I think I'm really going to write a poem called My Sisters Like Abusive Relationships, because I think that's dangerous, not just for her but for the kids. Like, if you breaking up and getting back together and breaking up and getting back together, and he's busting your phone, he's busting your face, and you put him out, and then y'all back together, what type of example are you setting for your children? 2 girls, 1 young man, what are they learning by living in this confusion? And how could we all do better as a community? Shout out to the Real HU for Barack Obama coming to speak at our commencement Saturday before Mother's Day. Shout out to Rutgers also, because I'm a Jersey girl, and they also have Obama coming this year to speak at their commencement. And if you have any questions, drop it in my DMs. Follow me on Instagram, DamnDaddy, DAAAMNDADDY. AAA like the car service. DAAMNDADDY on IG, at Gmail. Anywhere else you want to find me, I'm Miss Reed 1216 on Twitter and Periscope, just because I didn't know how to change it. But Miss Reed is dope, because I'm dope. Always have been, always will be. Hope you've enjoyed this. Catch me on Periscope. And if you catch this before the morning, Saturday, April 16, 2016, we are feeding. Our goal is to reach 10,000 people, feeding homeless people, 100 cities, 100 people per city, to help my friend reach his birthday goal. He didn't want you to send him cards, buy him a bottle, party with him, turn up. He wants you to feed the homeless for his birthday. 10,000 homeless people in one day. 100 people, 100 cities. I got Baltimore on lock. If you want to help me, hit me up. I have bags on bags on bags. My coworkers and her kids came, and we just busted out all night. So have a good night. Follow me on IG, DamnDaddy. Gmail, at DamnDaddy. Miss Reed 1216 on Periscope and Twitter. And subscribe. Get your issue to my blog.